Greetings YouTube, this is Captain Machine again, and basically the reason why I'm making this video is basically an update. It's going to serve two purposes. The first is to tell you about me and what I'll be doing on YouTube. Odds are, if you're looking at this, then you've stumbled across my channel, and basically I'd like you to give you some feedback, see how I'm doing. And if you like what you're hearing and you think I'm going to say something interesting in the future, please subscribe. If not, then go about your merry way. It's not going to be a bother to me, really. I'd like to get some subscribers. To be honest with you, I'll be impressed if I can get into the triple digits anytime soon, if at all. But there you go. Basically, the name Captain Machine is an internet handle I've used for a long time. It derives from my first-person shooter days when I was playing Counter-Strike and Half-Life, things like that. Back when Source was, top of the range. Since then, I've not really been on the online gaming that much, with the exception of MMOs. So I haven't had much need to use it in a game, but it's become a staple that I use in forums, things like that. And when YouTube asked me to sign up months and months ago, that's the name I've popped in. It does me alright. It's unique. No one else seems to have it, so I'm happy. I'm basically, a bit about me. I'm a massive geek, massive nerd, whatever terminology you want to use to go along with that. Basically, I enjoy video games, board games, and role-playing games, and card games. Although not CCGs. CCGs have a love-hate relationship. I love playing with them. I hate paying for them, so it's a love-hate thing. Getting into board games recently. I'm going to slowly ebb my way into that. I've just picked up a copy of Arkham Horror, which I'll have to review later. It's a fantastic game, and I recommend anyone that likes Lovecraftian stuff or the Cthulhu game pick it up immediately, because it's great fun. Yeah, that's it basically with regards to my gaming side of things. Also discovered a penchant for history as well, especially British history. I think that comes from my sudden obsession with Call of Cthulhu, because I normally play it based in 1920s or 1890s, which is Gaslight era. So I've developed a fascination with the past basically, and one of the things I'm going to do this year, one of my New Year's resolutions I made, was to go around the country and visit all kinds of historical sites and museums and things like that. Just generally get a grasp of where I've come from, if that makes any sense. That'll be stuff I'll be posting up here. Oh yeah, to get to the next topic, what you'll be seeing. The majority of what you'll be seeing is geek-related stuff. Mainly RPGs, some card games, board games, etc. as I mentioned before. If a really good movie comes out, a really good DVD, I'll review it. Especially if I think no one else has reviewed it, or no one else has put forward my opinion, or put forward the idea that I like about it. I mean, there's no point in me reviewing Cloverfield, for example, because there's 1,000,001 people out there that have all gone, it's really good, the monster's amazing, the camera work's fantastic. I don't want to be like that, because that's not unique enough. That's not interesting. If you want that, you can go somewhere else and get it. But again, Cloverfield's the Marmite of movies anyway, because you either love it or you hate it. So there's a lot of people out there that are giving it crap as well. Which is fair enough, everyone's entitled to their opinion, no matter how wrong they may be. So that's what I'll be doing. Once I start going out to the various different sites, I'll also be taking footage of that, and I'll be editing it and sticking the choice bits on the internet, on YouTube, and I will, generally speaking, put it in multiple parts, so you get like part 1, part 2, part 3, and the last part will be me sat down, probably not in my room, probably at the actual place in question. And what I'll do is I'll spend 5 or 10 minutes, if there's more information to go through, talking about what I've seen and how you can incorporate it into your game. I mean, for example, I've been to Whitby recently. I went to Whitby last year. I'm going to go again this year. I don't know if we're going to go on Goth Weekend or not. If you don't know what Goth Weekend is, you can wiki it. If I can find a wiki link, I'll stick it in the side notes. And the Abbey there is amazing, absolutely amazing, and I could think of half a dozen plots off the top of my head, and I can't click my fingers, by the way, so that's just a wasted gesture right there, of what I could do with that setting, historically, even a game set in modern day, what you could do with that place. So that's something I'd love to pass on, and you can use it, you can ignore it, I don't care. It's just my opinion. I'd like to get it out there and see if people appreciate it or not. So that's another thing. And finally, I'm going to be going to shows, a lot more shows than I used to do. It used to be, say about 2 or 3 years ago, no, it's more than that now actually, it's about 4 or 5 years ago, I used to become a regular wargame conventioner, going around with the rest of the lads, displaying Battletech mainly. Good fun had. We usually attend about half a dozen shows every year, Fiasco, Triples, things like that. I must admit, in all fairness, I can't remember half the names of those places, I just remember where they were. There's a really nice Adventurers Guild hall in York. I don't know if you can get in there normally, but when we were in there for the convention, it was fantastic. Really, I'm trying to think of the word. Basically, there's wooden beams everywhere, and you got into the spirit of things quite quickly. Yeah, right. So I'll be going to Triples this year, definitely, which is next month. So next month you'll be able to see lots of videos of that. Now Triples is just a wargaming convention, which happens to have occasional roleplay-esque book stands. It used to be, say about, again, 5 or so years ago, that you could go around and you could pick, I mean there'd be at least a dozen, maybe 2 dozen stands that sold books, and now it's down to less than half a dozen. Now that, in my eyes, doesn't make it a bad show, because it's not a role-player's market, it's a wargamer's market. Now some wargamers happen to role-play, and that's where the connection comes from. But if you go in there just to sell role-playing games, you're wasting your time, because nobody wants it. However, if you happen to be a shop that sells, I don't know, War Machine for example, and you happen to have the War Machine role-playing game with you, that's a cross-sell, and it can quite easily be done. Again, Battletech for example, even D&D gets a mention from time to time. Because there's a D&D board game, and a D&D card game, and a D&D models game. You get the idea. So I'll be showing you footage of that. I won't be doing the thing at the end where it says, oh, this is what my game idea is. Unless I can think of a really good one. But otherwise, no. I'm going to see if I can get my friends to come on. I've already asked one, and he said no. I've got others that are not camera shy. I'm not going to mention them by name. So if they choose not to come on, then I'm not going to embarrass them by saying, haha, you daren't come on. No. So basically, what you will be seeing on this thing is geeky stuff and history stuff. Now what you won't be seeing, this is very important, is politics and religion. Now I'm very opinionated when it comes to both, but I'm not going to waste your time with it. Now if you want to hear what my opinion is on anything, then send me a private message, or if enough people request it, I'll open up a new channel and record stuff on there, because I don't feel that it's appropriate for me to put what my latest opinions on the British government or Islamic fundamentalism is into this channel, unless I can think of lots of really good plot hooks to go with it. Then again, a lot of these things are sore, and I wouldn't be comfortable talking about them in that kind of light-heartedness anytime soon. I mean, I'd be happy to talk about the Second World War with you all day long and what you could use it in your games for, be it a war game or a card game, board game, role-playing game, computer game, anything. That's past. That's gone. Some of the stuff that's happening nowadays, I'd be very uncomfortable with mentioning that, so I'm not going to. If I can find something that's fun and interesting, like, I don't know, the Bengal tiger that recently appeared in the middle of an Indian village, I mean, stuff like that's fun. It's interesting. No one got hurt as far as I can make out, and if they did, it wasn't lethal. Or, incapacitate him. Yeah, so basically, history, geeky stuff, no politics, no religion. That's what you're getting from me. And that's it. I did promise in the last video at the end I'll be reviewing Furnace 2007. Now, Furnace 2007 was a role-playing convention I went to, and I will be going this year as well. I'm just basically going to get some notes from the rest of my friends, because I did go as part of a group, and I want to get everyone's opinion before I start sparring my own, just so I've got a balanced view I can give